everyone seems to be taking the idea that Destiny 2 should be on Battle.net's service pretty well. I don't know, my gut reaction is not very positive. This is the reason why. I mean, it might be like a slippery slope fallacy or something, but back when Activision merged with Blizzard, everybody's kind of gut reaction was, okay, here we are with Blizzard, and we're doing our World of Warcraft thing, and we're loving it. Any change, especially with a company that doesn't understand what we're doing over here, is not going to be positive. So what the hell do we WoW players need with Activision? We were reassured that, oh yeah, we're just helping each other out. Like, we're still going to do our thing, but this is just a mutually beneficial business decision. Fine.
Suit yourself. Don't sweat off my sack.
Around the same time, EA bought BioWare. And BioWare was just the rock star of fantasy games. They were amazing. Everybody was holding their breath at that point, because we know EA's history. Then Dragon Age 2 came out after the acquisition. Mass Effect 2 came out right before the acquisition, but Mass Effect 2 was mainly made outside of EA's thing. So Mass Effect 2 was awesome. Dragon Age 2 is the first evidence of what it was going to be like with EA owning BioWare. So with Dragon Age 2 coming out, we realized that it was a very watered down version of the first Dragon Age. Besides the combat being pretty good, every other aspect of it was just mediocre. And that's really sad from a company who was pumping out gold. Suddenly, they're pumping out bronze. It's like, I mean, it's still something, but holy crap, how could you mess it up? Just by owning a company, how could you mess it up? People who support Blizzard games, like myself, we've known about how it works when a company acquires another company, and how sometimes it can go bad, and how influences between companies can be either positive or negative. As far as we've noticed, we really haven't seen much from Activision in the terms of affecting what is going on Blizzard's end. And we have been grateful that that's the case. We've seen so many bad things happen, and we just didn't want them messing up a good day. As far as I'm concerned, the mistakes that happened between expansions, like maybe one expansion's not so good, another expansion may mess up this or whatever, we never really blamed that on Activision. I never heard anybody even bring up the case, and I wouldn't have either. And that has been good. Like, we've known that as long as we were on this ride with World of Warcraft, and as long as we were, with StarCraft and all of their other games that they put out, that I have enjoyed all of them, we know that that's on Blizzard. That's Blizzard and us. That's kind of our hallowed ground in the app that they have created called Battle.net. So, with that being said, now Activision is kind of setting to light a fear of mine that's been around since 2007. How are you going to start affecting Blizzard and World of Warcraft and stuff like that? The answer should always and forever be, you're not. But now that's not the answer anymore. Now the answer is, we're just going to slide this game in. We're just going to slide this game in. Little Destiny 2. People in Blizzard, they love this Destiny 2. It's no big deal. Slide it Destiny in. No big deal. And nobody's ever done anything like this before. Battle.net has been Blizzard-only games. As far as I'm concerned, being a Blizzard fan, I couldn't appreciate that more. That is amazing. It's awesome. Keep it that way forever. And I'm not saying, they can't play with us because, they're outside the stuff. No, there's venues for different things. There's venues for different games. And Battle.net, their foundation, their very essence, has been built on being Blizzard. And Activision, when they merged, they promised, or they made a lot of guarantees to reassure the Blizzard fans that they were going to keep out. Now that's suddenly not the case. And a lot of people might want to try to say, this is just a one-time thing. Or, well, maybe for this really great game, which hasn't come out, so anybody saying great is just a fanboy and I don't want to hear it. This decision's already been made. It hasn't even been released yet. it just opens the door for more. Is BattleNet going to eventually become Activision Net? Are we going to stop? No more BlizzCon? Just no more of that? Activision Con? How far is it going to go? So far it's been, you're not going anywhere. It's not going nowhere. Doors are closed. Sorry, buddy. But now it's like, oh, no. Now we'll make exceptions. There is an exception we're willing to make on BattleNet to sully the waters, to kind of pollute the soil with other people's stuff. I think that's an absolutely terrible decision to make. If Destiny 2 is great, it should be fine on its own. If they don't want to pay the extra money from Steam, well, I mean, I guess they're automatically assuming their game's not good enough to actually make a profit. Don't release it on PC. It is really that simple. The very fact of the matter is that they want to make a little bit of extra money, so they're willing to take it out on the Blizzard end, just so they can scrape a little bit extra on their stuff. They're a different studio. If they can't make it, then they can't make it. That's just kind of the thing. Like, that's just how it works. And understand a merger is supposed to be mutually beneficial. Blizzard's been making money hand over fist. They have enough subscriptions to make money. Like, no, they don't have money problems, okay? If anything, Activision's the one not bringing the money to the table. Yeah, I just don't understand why you would mess up the breadwinner of the two. I don't know. It just seems to me like this is a bad idea. I think that this opens the door to really messing up a good thing. And I don't give a crap if Destiny 2 is the greatest game ever. I don't give a crap if I played Destiny 2 and then suddenly I don't ever want to play any Blizzard games because I'm so addicted to Destiny 2 that I can't play any other games for the rest of my life. I don't care if that's the case. If I want that to be the case, I will do that with Destiny 2 outside of BattleNet. I would rather it be that way, even if it's great. And if it fails, if it would fail because they didn't go through BattleNet, so be it. So many great games have not even been released for even more stupid, arbitrary reasons. It just happens. That's just the way of things. I mean, I've never really played Destiny. I never played the original. I'm not really a fan of it. I've been with Blizzard. I've had BattleNet on my computer since the day it was released, and it's still there. I know what that is, and I know what shouldn't be there. And Destiny 2, 0% should be on BattleNet, ever. And that's the way I feel. In closing, I guess I want to say, I'm not trying to say that this is going to ruin Blizzard, or destroy them, or this is the beginning of the end. I'm just saying that when it comes to a company that has a vision and has an identity, like a really kind of ingrained identity, and then another company who doesn't share that identity starts influencing the other company in one way or another, like EA on BioWare, or EA on any of the other companies that they had acquired and then shut down. When that happens, 9 times out of 10 it's to the detriment of the player base. So, where they have the argument that they want to try to make money off doing this, or maybe they want to try to branch our communities together or something, history has shown that attempting this only hurts the player base. I can't right now come up with an example of how just adding a game to a launcher has ever hurt a player base. What I'm saying is that this could be the first step. The Blizzard side of Activision could allow Activision to come over in this aspect, and then suddenly it's not so unreasonable to ask for something that is a lot more harmful. I'm saying this could be a Trojan horse. Not saying it is, but if it was one, I don't think it could be any more obvious. But that's just me. Whenever anybody gives an inch, a mile is taken. I am extremely pessimistic because I have seen this go bad so many times. Pretty much in every franchise that I've always ever loved, it seems to always happen. So, this is just, here we go again for me. And that's why I feel the way I do.